this way. She's like a sick patient, and she's got one of those nasty staph infections, you know, and the doctor's like, oh, we'll just give her a little penicillin and everything will clear up. And then they try something else, and pretty soon you're in the hospital. And that's when you open up your eyes and you see everybody. You're now in an isolation room there in the hospital, and they've all got masks, and they're hanging a little bag of IV, and they're like, oh, don't worry, everything is going to be okay. Oh, dear God, he's going to die. They usually, you know, the last line of defense for antibiotics is Vanco. That's it. If it doesn't work, you're dead. Yesterday, about 3 o'clock Eastern, the last line of defense was hung over the patient called America. But we were all, including me, too focused on that AIG thing. Oh, that scandal. Here's what all of this means. What they did yesterday afternoon is they started borrowing money from ourselves to pay ourselves for programs we can't afford. You know, it's like I said, you know what, Glenn, I just would like $1,000 for M&Ms. Well, Glenn, I don't think you should be spending that $1,000, but I really want some M&Ms, Glenn. Okay, I tell you what, I've got some money right here. Well, it's not actually money. What it is, you know, it's an IOME. So, Glenn, I'll give it to you. Oh, my goodness, Glenn, thank you so much. I'm good for it. Really, I am. They're moving money from one pocket to another. It doesn't work. I'll show you why the situation is deathly serious in just a minute. But first, I want to show you something over here. I asked the art department, and they are so good. I asked them to show how much is $1 trillion, because that's what we printed yesterday. $1 trillion. I think we have lost sight on how much $1 trillion is. So here's $100. We all know $100. There it is, $100 bill. Next, $10,000. What does that look like stacked up in $100 bills? There it is. Now $1 million stacked up in $100 bills. It would fit in a big suitcase. Now $100 million. I don't know why they insist on keeping me so fat, but there I am. Okay, so there's $100 million. Now let me show you $1 billion. If it was all stacked up, that's how about the size of your car. This is going to get ugly. This is what $1 trillion looks like. That's Fat Glenn right here. That's $1 trillion. That's how much money yesterday the Fed created out of thin air when they said, oh, let me take it out of this pocket in an IOU. You print the money and we'll put it in this pocket. This is why yesterday, in the time that I was on the air, gold shot up $50. The price of gold is up $75 in 18 hours after they announced this. Investors, the people with money, the people that know what this means, they're not stupid. They're getting out of the dollar. The dollar deflated and went down in the biggest drop. I think it's the third lowest since 1970. Look, let me explain what this means here. Let me play doctor for you, but I'm not going to talk to you like you're a third grader, all right? I am sick and tired of people not giving you the benefit of the doubt and just thinking that you can't handle anything except a partisan argument. Here's what it is. The antibiotic that we just gave ourselves, $1 trillion of money that we just manufactured. This has been tried before, but it has never, ever worked in the history of the civilized world. Never. It ends in Zimbabwe. It ends in the Weimar Republic. It ends with wheelbarrows full of money for bread. Can this time be different? I don't know. Maybe. We sure hope so now, don't we? But we've got to have the guts to make some life-changing decisions here. We have got to have our government stop spending so much money. It is time, America, to go up peacefully and surround the Capitol and say, hey, guys, stop spending money. You're destroying the value of our dollar. Unthinkable pain is coming in the short term, but I would much rather have that. I'd much rather have a depression than a depression and a complete collapse of our monetary system and our dollar. That's what's happening. We're printing dollars at an alarming rate.